Dorina. I'm from Tuxedo Google. I'm very happy to welcome Kate McKinnon and Mila Kunis for The Spy Who Dumped Me.
Oh, no.
Welcome to Google.
You all came. Thank you all.
How are you reaching the floor? If I sit back, I can't reach the floor.
Are we all going to sit like that?
How do you sit?
Okay.
Yeah.
Chairs are, there we go. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, you all left your desk. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. Oh, you're a lady. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Oh, well, my voice travels. It's fine.
thank you. Okay, so thanks for being here. I can't see Kate, Mila.
Well, otherwise, I look like this, because I'm short. Yeah.
I know, and it's okay.
Here, go ahead.
Okay, so we got to see the trailer, but can you tell us a little bit about the movie, just so they know?
Go, Kate.
I can. Okay. It's two regular gal best friends who become embroiled in an international espionage adventure for which they're not prepared.
That's a good one-liner. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Chaos ensues, hijinks ensues,
Hilarity
friendship
ensues.
Shoes ensue.
Shoes and shoes?
Yeah.
That's true. I saw it yesterday. They're not lying. Okay, so the movie does a pretty good job of showcasing female characters that are allowed to be human, which is awesome because you don't get to see that. Right? Isn't that great? Because you don't get to see that a lot in comedy, so it's really nice.
Oh my God, yes. Yes, you're correct.
Yes.
Thank you. So this is especially nice to see in comedy. Is that what drew you guys to the part? Is that kind of what you were thinking about throughout the filming of this movie?
Yes. I mean, yeah, no, it did. I do one film a year because I have kids and family, and so it limits the amount of work that I can do out of town. I was working on a different film. This project came along. I was like, I can't do it because it would take me out for 6 months and it would uproot my whole family. They're like, yes, but Kate McKinnon's in it. And I was like, oh. So I read the script, and then and what honestly drew me to it was the relationship between two best friends being incredibly grounded, incredibly genuine. Kate talks about this a lot, but in so many spy movies, the two characters have a fight. Mm-hmm. And that's the catalyst for, like, they have a fight, and you're like, but will they ever get back together and solve the world's problems? Right. So we don't have that. Like, women or people in real life don't always fight. And so, you know, having that resolve doesn't always resolve other issues. So I really was drawn to the fact that our characters were simply friends on a crazy journey together.
Yeah.
So I uprooted the whole family for 6 months for that. So clearly I too am crazy.
And I am so flattered that you did, sweetie pie, because I had the best time with you. Thank you. You know.
No. Next question.
No, like, you know, in a romantic comedy, in the best ones,
right.
you love to watch their sparkling banter and rapport. It's fun to watch two people on screen who like to talk to each other, who get each other.
Who have a rhythm.
What?
Who have a rhythm.
Yes. And so to watch a friendship that has that, and it's genuine, and I dare say in real life as well, it's just a joy to watch people who take delight in each other, and that's what really drew me to this. And it felt so real and like my relationship with my best friend and what would happen if we really got sucked into an international espionage adventure for which we were not prepared.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. But so that's what I loved about the movie the most, is seeing a real friendship, especially between two women, where they raise each other up and they're not, you know, the stereotypical, like, bad 80s movie where they're, like, being mean girls. Like, that was really great to see. So you guys actually didn't know each other before the film, right? But became friends during it. Mm-hmm. So can you describe each other in 3 words?
Smart, funny, inspirational. Don't it up, be nice to me.
Can I use the same ones? I'm sorry, those are the ones I would use for you.
Aww.
And may I add, sparkling, vivacious, entrepreneurial spirit. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Honestly, your entrepreneurial spirit, in addition to your creative genius, is very inspiring.
Wow.
Thank you.
Lots of love going on here. That's great. Okay. So in the movie, the characters try to pick out the worst song out of a jukebox, which I loved as a music fan. So what would you pick? I know.
As the
So
worst
many.
song?
Yeah.
I like bad songs. Like,
I know.
I
So
like
that-
pop music. I don't know. I do. Guys, I'm not that hip. Like, it's not like I go see indie bands and so we're like, no.
But there's a bad song. There's a bad song that you like, though. Like,
I
what
like
is it?
they're all
All
bad.
the bad songs.
They're all bad. None of them stand the test of time. It's not like, you go first and I'll think of a bad song.
I don't know, like Chumbawamba or something.
Who Let the Dogs Out?
What? Chumbawamba is timeless.
I know, but it is not a good song.
And prescriptive for living. You get knocked down and you do get up again. You have to. What other choice do you have? He drinks a whiskey drink. He drinks a vodka drink. That's Chumbawamba, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You're right, it's very philosophical. Thank you for bringing that up.
He sings the songs that remind him of the good times.
And the songs that remind him of the bad times? I know.
No, of the best
Oh,
times. Is the lyric. See, it's about positivity.
Okay. Can you think of a bad song?
I know one song that
What
I
is it?
think is a bad song. I don't know the name of it.
How's it go?
I don't want to knock
Do you
the
know who
artist
sings
right
it?
here.
Oh, that's not the art. They usually don't write it anyway, so you're fine.
How's it go?
Okay. No.
No?
No.
Okay.
But I've
fair
only
enough.
ever heard one song that I was like, oh wow, this is a bad song.
I like to Shazam that on the radio in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
car.
yeah.
Anyways, so the great Gillian Anderson is in this movie, and it appears that Kate and I have a mutual crush on her because she's awesome. So, Kate, at one point you dressed up as Scully from The X-Files, which is
Yes, I
awesome.
did.
And you also made a video asking Gillian to call you. It's viral. I'm not making this up. So
Yes, I did. Thanks to the magic of the internet,
Yes.
these things never disappear.
maybe we can get Google to erase it. So
Anybody? Anyone want to raise their hand? Help me out. No? Okay.
So what's the weirdest thing a fan has done for you guys?
There's lots of worse stuff of Kate on the internet than that, guys. You can just, there's some good performances that you wouldn't let me see that are online of you in a play.
Right. Again, anyone in this room who would like to choose to just, hack the code or whatever, do a little cleanup, talk to me afterwards. I'd be forever grateful.
What was the question?
What was the question?
What's the
Apparently you're here to delete stuff from the internet.
I have lots of, if somebody's deleting something for Kate, listen, I'm on that train. I have lots of requests. What weird
What
thing
was the-
we've done for, what was
No,
what was it?
so that was kind of a cool, I think it was cool, weird thing you did as a fan of Gillian.
Oh, sure.
So what has been a weird thing a fan has done for you
oh.
guys?
Lived in my house.
Shut up.
It's pretty weird.
No way.
Yeah, for real. That's pretty weird.
What do you mean? Can't just give us a little blurb.
Well,
Oh my God.
You got to tell the story.
someone came in uninvited while I was out of town.
Wow.
And decided to reside
Wow.
in my used to be home.
Because this person was a fan of yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'd say it's pretty weird.
Wasn't just a random squatter.
Not like my cousin. No, it wasn't. No.
Okay. Yikes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah, it's really good. It's dark and good.
But
Yeah.
like everything's fine, guys.
Oh, okay.
Get all that, like,
Okay, good.
It's fine. For me, gosh. No, people just do nice things. I got a lot of self-generated art about my cat, Nino. because people seem to, maybe they've heard somewhere that I have a close, very close relationship with my cat,
Very
Nina.
unhealthy relationship with your cat.
Well, you call it unhealthy. I call it a marriage. I don't know what the problem is. Anyway, I've gotten a lot of art about Nino, and I appreciate. I love.
Do they paint your cat or draw your
They
cat?
paint. They knit. They make T-shirts.
Do they know what your cat looks like?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Google it. I can't believe we're like in the headquarters.
You're not. You're not. That's in San Francisco. Oh, but this is close. You're close.
I can't believe we're at like an outpost of like.
Yes. Next question.
Oh, you guys are killing me already. Okay, in a good way. So both your characters have hidden skills in the movie. Everything from trapeze to video games, shooting. Are these things you do at all in your lives? And more importantly, do you have any hidden skills?
I have no hidden skills.
I have. Okay, I can make fettuccine. Is that a hidden skill? I roll my own pasta when I have time.
Yeah, that works. What else?
I play the cello.
Oh, me too.
Not well. You do?
Yeah.
Oh, let's have a party.
We should have brought it in jam. Can your cat come?
Sure. Oh no, he hates stringed instruments.
Oh.
Gosh, when I pick up that cello or that guitar, he runs to the other room.
Oh, that's
Do you play the guitar?
I do.
So you musically inclined would be a good, but it's not very hidden. I feel like people kind of know you're musically inclined.
Yeah.
Can you do like a backbend?
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like
probably.
that's a good hidden.
I mean, I'm not going to do it right now, but no, I can't do a backbend. Can you?
No, maybe
Very
no.
vulnerable position to be in.
I'm gonna say no, just so I'm not put on the spot
Okay,
of
good.
doing a backbend.
Great.
Okay, so I got a couple more questions for you guys then.
What's happening, Kate?
Nothing. I'm ready. I'm ready for
You're
the
ready?
question.
I see you're ready.
Yes.
I see, yeah. Okay, so if you weren't acting, what would you be doing?
Carpentry. 10,000% carpentry.
Okay.
Specifically, perhaps cabinet making, but maybe just general carpentry or refinishing furniture. Also quite interested in plumbing and electrical. She's on HGTV all day. I mean, to see the fruits, the physical fruits, the wooden fruits of one's labor after the day, I feel would be very satisfying. And having refinished a few pieces of furniture, I feel like I got the ball rolling. So that's my alternate life that I may turn to at some point. We'll see.
What have you made?
I just refinished, some cedar chests. And you? You speak as though I've not.
No, I know. I was like,
not
but
met
keep
me.
going. This is. I'm aware of this. What would I be doing if not this?
Yes.
Cooking.
Ah. Oh, yeah. So you're a good cook.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you like to make?
Everything. I'm a pretty good cook.
Bake everything.
No, horrible baker.
Okay.
No. Like I burn toast. I
Okay.
don't bake. Cook. Like I cook really well all the time. I mean, I can bake, but just not desserts, I guess I should say. Not like a cookie baker.
I have to say I'm the same.
Yeah, you and I
Love
both
to
cook
cook,
a lot.
love to cook,
But I'm
cannot
not.
bake.
I can't bake a cookie. Like I literally, that you could buy those pre-made
Yeah.
cookies, and they're like, "This is."
I can't do it
idiot-proof.
either. Yeah.
I will burn it.
Same.
Yeah.
I
You
get
know
it.
why, Mila? It's because you don't play by the rules.
I don't. I also don't like recipes. Like
Me
you have
neither.
to follow directions. Ugh, who does that?
Make it up, feel it
It's
out.
like ideas. Like go in this idea. It's like recommendations.
Yeah.
No, I'm with it. Okay.
So if you were stuck on a desert island,
Yep.
it's one of those questions.
Water.
But somehow could access only one genre of movies, what would you pick?
Romantic comedies.
Horror.
I hate horror. I hate it.
You don't watch any scary movies?
No, like I genuinely get scared, and then I can't sleep, and then my husband's like, "This is the biggest mistake ever. Why did I let you watch it?" I'm like a 12-year-old. Like
What's the last one you watched?
I haven't. The Shining, I don't know.
Wow, okay.
I really do get scared. Like, I get very emotional. And then I worry if there's a child in it. I'm like, well, where's its mother? Like, I get very uncomfortable very quickly.
Well, the child usually eats its mother, so.
If there's a child in the
There you
preview, I promise you I'm not seeing that movie. Like, I am not kidding you. If they have, like, a child and the door opens and it's like, I'm like, nope, not having it. You love that.
I find it very relaxing.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Horror movie?
Yeah.
The one that really laid me out on my parents' floor for a week and a half was the original Omen with Gregory Peck. Ooh.
Very good.
When he goes into that grave, spoiler alert, and finds the dead jackal. Ooh. Wow.
That's what you want to watch by yourself on a desert island? Well, you and I should not be deserted together.
But did you hear her original answer was water, and that's because she has an entrepreneurial spirit. She knows what she needs to survive, and she also knows that she can sell it to the other people on the island.
Barter it for better movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so so who or what inspired you to get into acting and comedy?
Oh, I don't know. I was 9. Kate, I don't know. Maybe Lucille Ball, actually. I think that, you know what? Maybe Lucille Ball, because the first thing I saw when I came to the States was Nick at Night, and I started watching a lot of that. So it was a lot of I Love Lucy, Three's Company. I'm trying to remember, like Mary Tyler Moore, like a lot of old, like 60, 70 shows,
right.
And predating that. And so I think I would definitely say probably inspired by Lucille Ball.
Wow.
Cool. She's rad.
For me, it was just Saturday Night Live. Really just that. And Mel Brooks movies.
Nice.
I mean, in
Mel
my
Brooks
house,
movies.
it was all Mel Brooks all the time. You had no choice.
Favorite Mel Brooks movies for both of you?
Producers. Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein.
Good choice.
Is there a choice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
Producers.
Yeah. Okay, so last question. I think we have time for one question, and then we'll open up the floor to audience questions. And I'll throw this and be super awkward about this.
What's that?
It's our microphone that we throw to the audience to ask
Well,
questions.
that's neat.
Yeah.
Only
Unless it
at
hits someone in
Google
the head. Yeah.
would they come up with a throwable microphone.
Yeah.
So cool.
So what would be your dream role as an actress?
I mean, truly, there are so many. There are so many badass women of history that I would love to inhabit, persona-wise and also wig-wise. I will say that my dream role in musical theater is Miss Hannigan, for any of you who prize musical theater. But
2 of them here.
yeah, I know it's Google.
But I agree with you, Ms. Hannigan. I don't know. I have nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. I can make something up, but I don't know.
What's the first thing that popped into your head? Like a rock star or someone?
No.
No?
A rock star?
Yeah. You wouldn't want to play a rock star?
Like who?
Anyone.
Like Gwen Stefani?
And everyone
I mean,
from-
like,
Oh.
like, what are you thinking?
That's the first
Who
rock
do you
star
think
thought
that I would play? Look at me. What rock star?
Anyone from Janis Joplin to
Janis Joplin?
Yeah, you could do it. I think. Don't you guys
I
think
have
Mila
no
could play
musical
Janis?
skills. No, I should be
You
fired.
don't have to sing. They
Yes,
can,
you do. If you're
No.
portraying a rock star, you should have like at least rhythm.
Can you not sing at all?
Well, I mean, I like to think I can.
What-
I've been
can she
told
sing,
I
Kate?
can. No, Kate, don't answer that one. I'll answer it for us. No. I know you love me. No.
You can.
I know
have to
you're
disagree
sweet.
with
You're a
you.
very supportive friend. You're very nice.
Why don't you sing something
No.
now and let us all be the judge of that?
Guys, here's the thing. Don't worry, guys. I do a cartoon called Family Guy, and for 15 years I have, again, Google, wrong audience. They're too nerdy. They're like, what's that? We don't solve algorithms or shit like that. We don't. But for 15 years,
Right.
I've been like, I'm not singing on your show. McFarlane made me sing 15 years ago, 3 lines, and it took 3 hours. And I was like, I'm not doing this ever again. 3 months ago, they put me in a recording booth and I had to sing a whole thing of Oklahoma. So in a year, you will hear Meg. And this is, by the way, if ever you see this, should you ever want to, remember, that's me trying. That's me trying to be good. That's all you need to know. I don't need to showcase it. Everybody will see it. It's in Family Guy. It's coming soon. Me singing Oklahoma, the best I can. Keep in mind.
Well, look out for that, guys.
I mean, guys, it's brilliant. Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to ask the first question?
Nobody.
I'm gonna throw this at you, so I don't hit anyone in the head.
Can you hear me? Okay, sweet.
Yes. Hello.
I have a question for Mila. I've heard Topher and Ashton, a few people talk about how great the 70s show was making that. Would you make a movie follow-up to that or get back into it in any way?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was great. I feel like I'm too old to reprise a 16-year-old. But yeah, of course, I think we love it. Listen, I met my husband on the show, so yeah, I think the show's great. Yeah.
Another question for Mila. Do you still play games? Do you find time for?
No, I had
Oh.
kids.
Sorry.
I know. I spent, what is it, let's say 20 to 24, 25. It took up a lot of my life. And I would shoot movies, and you go on breaks, so you give like a 5-minute break in between scenes, and I was like, I gotta go! And I'd be like on some raid, and they're like, well, you need to go back to set, and I was like, shut up! Like, I think it was just too much. It was unhealthy. It was just not healthy for me.
I have a question. Raid?
Yeah.
What game? What a raid?
You do raids. You know what I'm talking about, Ray. Like, well, if you do first-person shooter games or any like any of those games, you can kind of pop in and out. But if you're doing a group game where if you're not going through the story mode, you see what you started, then you are responsible for your group. And I a lot of times was either like a healer or whatever. Long story short, okay. What's the next question?
A healer. You do have secret skills. Whoa.
Catch a mic.
Whoa.
So I have a question about your hidden talents that you were talking about. You were saying that you might take up woodworking. Have you ever happened to talk to Ron Swanson about canoe making? Has that ever been?
Yes. I
love
did
to
an
see-
episode of something, and Nick Offerman was there, and yeah, we talked about furniture making the whole time. What an incredible life he has. Married to the eminent Megan Mullally. Sitcom star, comedian extraordinaire, and he makes gorgeous pieces with live wood edges. Come on.
He does big tables.
Huge.
Yes.
Oh. Beautiful pieces. Yes. He knows what's up.
Oh, I have 2 questions, simple and difficult one.
Oh, boy.
So the difficult one, do you use any Google products? And the simple one is, since you mentioned you have some entrepreneurial spirit, can you suggest any Google products? new product that Google should develop or something like that?
Yes. I can answer this. I do have some friends working on a Kitty Hawk, and so the flying car from Google. So I can recommend that. If you'd like to buy it, you can contact Dave Clark. He's selling them. Sebastian's the one who's working on the product. It's a fantastic product. I don't know if you guys have gone to Vegas to fly it, but you asked and I shall answer.
I just thought of one.
Спасибо.
Не за что.
She speaks Russian.
Ничего, потом переведем.
I have an idea. I was just looking at these plants and I was like, what about Google irrigation? It waters your plants for you. It's a self-watering, self-timing waterer. I'll take 10%. Thank you.
Any others? Oh, here, I'll go in the middle here first.
Similar to the question about what would be your dream role, do you have a dream actor that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet? And this is for both of you.
I love Matt Damon. So, yeah. It's okay, my husband knows. And I love Matt Damon, guys. I do.
You know, one of my comedy heroes of all time is Catherine O'Hara, and I've never met her. So yes, you know.
I drove next to her once.
Shut up!
I did.
What did she say?
Nothing. But I got really excited, and it was on Melrose and La Cienega, and I was making a left-hand turn, and she was in an SUV next to me, and I think I went like this. And I just was like, who the fuck is that crazy girl looking at me? And I think I just didn't do anything other than look at her. Oh. I love her. That's my story. That's all I got. That's a minute of your life you'll never get back.
I thought you guys were in the same car.
No. On the same street.
I saw her at a Yogurtland and I freaked out.
Which Yogurtland?
The one on Sawtell and Olympic. So maybe she hangs out there.
What flavor was she having? What were her toppings of choice?
I don't know.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Okay. So during filming, did you have any funny moments that you had between each other? You spent a lot of time on set. Any pranks or anything fun that y'all did?
Pranks? No, because we're adults.
Oh!
No, because in between takes I was nursing. So I would honestly, to answer seriously, was with my baby. But
Pump up the gym, pump it.
And then Kate would just chit chat with me, and then I would go into my little hole and pump and or feed the baby. Like it was so not that exciting. I saw lots of bathrooms everywhere we were. Mm-hmm. Everywhere I pumped was a bathroom and like a little sheet. You know, what'd you do?
Banana peels all day, every day. Yeah, I killed a few people. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't like practical jokes.
I don't either.
Or pranks.
Oh, yes, I do. That's not true. Of course.
Oh, you like pranks?
Well, when not done to me.
Right.
No, I like done to other people.
Mm-hmm. I'm a hypochondriac, so I don't feel that I would ever do a prank just in case something horrible went wrong. Like if you drop a bucket of water on someone's head, what's to say that they're not looking up and they drown in the water? And then you got a lawsuit on your hands. Pump up, pump.
Okay, we got.
That doesn't answer your question at all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
So we got one more question.
Better be really good.
Make it a good one.
Shoot.
Oh, just give it
Too much pressure.
Oh my goodness. What's it gonna be?
Okay, since on social media it's like going on like super fast, like nowadays, like and everything it's there. Since you're a celebrity and you said like somebody was in your house, how do you manage that, like in your personal life? Like I don't know, like we share everything. Like oh, we're here with Mila and we're having a great time, and then like a lot of people, I don't know, like how do you manage that?
No problem.
Like both.
I don't have social media.
Oh, cool. Love
Neither does Kate. So that is how we manage social media.
Yeah.
By not having it, Google. Yeah. So that's that. But to your point, the biggest problem that I have with people, that's a horrible statement. That's not what I meant to say. Like in like as far as people taking photos and posting them is when I'm with my kids, I do ask them to post it after I leave. Only for security reasons where I'm like, just don't post that you're here with me if my child's in the background. I just don't want that. Post it like an hour later, to your point. But we don't have social media. Yeah. But we've heard of this Google, and we hear it's great. And you guys have a Google phone. We hear that's lovely. And, other great Google things. Yay, Eric Schmidt, right? Larry Page, guys. I know words.
Yes.
Thank you.
I use the search engine.
Sergey.
All the time.
Google things. It's like a
always
verb.
Googling.
We Google things.
I'm Googling all day.
Do you this nice little girl described the woman standing back there had a question. Is that it? Yeah.
Favorite musical guest who's been on SNL since you've been on the cast?
Good question.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I've asked you this.
You know what? You know what? There was this week when, I don't know if you've heard of Adele. She came, and it was that week that she also she filmed her live concert at Radio City Music Hall, and we all got to go. And that was, it's the biggest venue in the world. Maybe that's not correct, but it sure looks like the biggest venue.
Wait, do you know
in
that
the
I
world.
performed at Radio City Music Hall?
What did you do?
Finish your story and then I'll tell you.
Anyway, she sang, her glorious voice filled the hallowed halls, and it was transcendent. What was your story?
Well, because you were talking about Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah.
And at one point, Family Guy, we did live readings all around. That's right, one person, yes! Fun! And so we performed all at different theaters, and we sold out Radio City Music Hall a couple nights. And I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna stand on the stage and perform, I'm gonna put on some tap shoes and then say I can perform at Radio City Music Hall. So I put on tap shoes and tapped my way down the stage once and went, look, I performed at Radio City Music Hall. And that was like my big story that I can tell people now.
Do you tap?
No. But I wanted to say that I performed at Radio City Music Hall.
So you can totally be a rock star in a movie.
Spirit.
But not well. Just a failed rock star who can't sing or tap.
But perform at Radio City Music Hall.
Yes.
So that's all the time we have, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, please go watch The Spy Who Dumped Me on August 3rd. It's really funny. Thank you, everyone, for being here.